Welcome back to another episode of Uploaded and Unfiltered, the podcast in which I, your host Jermaine, interviews another content creator in regards to their journey thus far. Just like last week, I have a special guest, and before I get on the line, we're going to read her amazing bio so we can get a little information on her, and then we're going to bring her in so we can have a dope-ass conversation. Your friendly neighborhood unicorn, Queen HLB, is a Brooklyn native, currently living in the South as a Black woman, mother, entrepreneur, table and YouTube game developer, art activist, award-winning spoken word artist, motivational dancer, instructor, streamer, podcaster, foodie, and glitter enthusiast. Queen is the founder of, in all seriousness, ISS Games, with a mission to unapologetically celebrate Black culture through games, accessories, and stuff inspired by sitcoms, cinema, and original content. Queen is a casual live streamer on several platforms where she streams gaming, interview-style podcasts, and IRL content. In 2019, Queen started her Knees Up movement to dance daily for healing, accountability, and joy. Today is her day 2080, and in June 2025, Queen HLB will be celebrating 6 years of consecutive dancing daily. That's amazing. She is on a mission to be the change she wants to see by living love forward, healing out loud, and a good Black time. With that, stumbled through a little bit of that, but we got through the bio. I'd like to introduce my guest for the evening, Queen HLB. Welcome to the podcast. How you doing today?
Hi, I'm great. That was awesome. You made it.
Woo!
I was like, you got it.
We got it. I'm working on my voice acting skills, so I got to be able to read stuff without flipping through it, So
You're doing good. You're doing good. And thank you so much for having me.
No problem at all. I am excited to start this conversation. Just reading through your bio, like all my guests, I either see you through a mutual or I think we met through Twitch. I was streaming and you came through, and then we've been back and forth into the stream. But all of this stuff that you do, well, let's go ahead and get it started. Queen, how did you get started in content creation?
I want to say, well, I can't even say the pandemic now, because I guess with dancing every day, with me starting in 2019, that was when I hit it heavy. But I had started making videos a long time ago. I want to say probably back in 2003, 4.
Okay.
I was making like skits, or had a little handheld camera, and I would just record stuff, and then started uploading a couple of skits with friends on YouTube. Not much at all. I probably had like 8 accounts because of all the ones that I just either forgot the password to or started under a whole nother name. So I don't really know. But I would say, around early 2000s, after I had my son, after I moved to the South, and I just wanted to do something creatively, because I've always been creative. I've always been in some sort of arts, or wanting to watch something work that I built or designed, or just been interested in that. So it's been in me all my life.
Yeah.
All my known life. But actually putting on that camera, early 2000s.
Okay. So when you first started, were you thinking, I want to make this a career? Or were you just like, I'm just trying to be creative, I'm just throwing this up?
I'm bored and I want to laugh.
Yes.
And some stuff is funny, but I'm like, I feel like I'm hilarious sometimes.
Yes.
Like every now and again, I be in my funny bag, and I be like, you know what? I would love to see me do that again.
That's awesome.
So let me record that.
So not to segue too hard, but I've been thinking about this since you first told me that you made a board game.
I did.
How did that come up? Like, I'm all over the place. How did the board game idea pop in your head? What made you go, you know what, I'm making this?
So when I was little, I played board games a lot. I had several. My favorite was Clue.
Okay.
Because I just loved the design of it. I loved the way that the characters were drawn. I love that you could get into character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really act it up, because I love acting. I love comedy. I wasn't big on drama, but if I could laugh, I was good. And I like the murder mystery aspect of it. And actually, I played it at a friend's house after school. It was just me and her, and she. Well, oh man, oh, you just brought me back. Yeah, we played it at school, junior high school. I played Clue, and when I went home, I took loose leaf paper and writing utensils, and I started just making games. I was like, let me see if I can make a board game. I mean, my family played Monopoly. I wasn't good at it at the time. I'm much better now, but I wasn't good at it at the time. So I was kind of like, but Clue really felt like, ooh, I could do this. You know what I mean? Like I'm seeing all the grown-ups or other people at the table was having fun. I could do this. So I start, doing a little bit of doodling, making my own games, off the wall shit. I'm not really worried about it. Then I'm an adult. It's 2017. I lose my job. I feel so depressed, so sad. I just, there was so many different emotions going on because so much was happening. And I had some family members come over to kind of like cheer me up. And we were playing the game of life.
Okay.
And while we were playing the game of life, I was just thinking, because I had already decided by this point, this job and everything around it had broke my heart. I'm not working in another 9 to 5. I'm going to figure it out for myself. I'm not going to be the little black girl in the office no more. I'm going to do my own thing, right? So I was like, man, what could I do? And so we're playing this game and stuff. And I was like, it'd be cool if I had some black people in it. And then, because, in the game of life, you got just the little pegs.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I'm thinking about Clue, because again, I still had board games. I'm looking at all the board games. I said, it'd be cool if this had black people in it. And then I'm just thinking, and then we start talking about shows and stuff that we used to watch. We're going down a deep nostalgia rabbit hole. Like we are in it. Okay. For a while. And then after a couple hours, I go back and I'm like, yeah, but what if that was in a game though? So me and a family member at the time, we started talking about it. And then I was on it. Like I was really like, okay, let's learn how to do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. And the other family member did not have the capacity to really like dig into it like I did. I mean, I had free time. I just lost my job. You know what I mean? So this is all I could do. Outside of, being a mom and trying to like live. So let me go ahead and go full steam with that. I took some of my kids' old art supplies. I had a foam board, some construction paper, and a Sharpie, and I made my first prototype. I said I wanted to make it about a show I loved, which was A Different World. I always wanted to go to a HBCU, never got to go. I said, man, it'd be cool if we could all go to our favorite fictional HBCU.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and figure it out. And I reached out to some brothers that had created the Martin trivia game, and I asked them how they did it, because I had bought the game a couple years prior. I asked them how they did it. They were great enough to give me info, introduced me to the world of the Black Game Makers Association and community. I found other Black game developers. I'm self-taught, and I just I put the pieces together. And in 2019, I launched Helm in the Game at an event that I put together that I didn't think a lot of people were going to come to, but people came out in the rain. They came out in the rain. I had a poetry open mic because I'm a poet. I had a poetry open mic. I had music going. I had a DJ, and I had my games on tables for people to play.
Man, yes.
And I wanted to make games because I always loved how we got together and how we would just cut up at the table on a board game. And I said, man, this would be so cool if we knew that this game was made by one of us, celebrating us. Like it wasn't just pinched, and it wasn't just perpetrated or, like watered down or inauthentic.
Yes.
That was my biggest thing. I wanted it to come from a good place. And I'm a Care Bear. Like I believe love's the thing that's gonna win it. I'm like
100%.
Care Bear stare, because they were crime fighters,
hold on.
They were crime fighters.
Hold on. You trying to tell me the Care Bears were crime fighters?
Did they not solve problems? Was someone not doing something bad and they had to fix it?
Oh my God.
And they fixed it with love? Were they not called when there was an issue?
You just broke my brain. I did not put two and two together until right now.
You know why? Because people don't respect the love, the cuddle, the bubble. They think a crime fighter is
Yo, that's crazy.
The Care Bears were crime fighters.
That's why. All right. I just learned something new today. That's all I'm done for today. We can wrap it up. That's amazing. I can't wait to tell everybody.
And you should.
I'll be like, yo, Queen,
And
just broke my brain. That's awesome. All right. Well, I love that story. Like, I played board games with Corey growing up too. And like, I started doing so more as an adult, just random ass board games with some of the homies. And I'm always amazed at how anyone can make a board game, any game like that doesn't already exist.
It is not easy.
I'm like, how did you think of this?
I don't stop thinking.
No?
That's how. I don't know how to stop damn thinking.
It just keeps it going.
I'm always thinking of some shit. Like, I'm always thinking of a game. I'm like, ooh, that would be fun to play. Oh, yeah. And I'm also a person that I'm an 80s baby.
Oh yeah. Same.
So, you know, the 80s was to children, the 80s was you can do anything, you know, all you got to do is believe, you know, and that just sat with me. And one thing that also sat with me was from Mary Poppins, a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. I figured out that comedy and laughter would actually teach people something.
Okay.
So I said, if I could do this, I could figure out, and true to my mission that I didn't know was a bigger mission than me. When I made my game, at the time, my daughter, she's 15 now, so she was about probably like 8, something like that. She invited me to her school to bring my game to her class. And I think it was third graders. It was her third grade class. So I took my game to the school. Kids saw it, and they were like, oh, where'd you get this from? I said, I made it. They said, huh? I said, yeah, I made it. They said, you can make your own game? I said, yes. And then I asked them, and I'm teaching kids, and I said, do you know what an HBCU is? Some kids knew, some didn't. So I got to be the one to tell little black kids in my direct area. I said, well, this is what an HBCU is. And we have 2 in our city. And then when they saw the pieces, oh, I look like Dwayne. You look like Freddie. I want to be with me. I want to be. And I almost cried. Like I almost lost it.
Yeah.
But that's what they wanted to do, and they loved it.
That is awesome. You are hitting on some themes that I've been thinking about for the last couple years, and it's mostly we are not seen in public enough, or there's not enough representation of us. And to have a kid see your game, understand what it is, see themselves in it, like I didn't know how important that was when I was little because I was little. My pops was in the military, so we lived all over the place. I lived in Montana, which is a predominantly white space. I was in England, Michigan, so I didn't see a lot of us growing up, and I didn't realize how important it was until I got older. And I'm like, oh shit, y'all just controlling everything with the okay. So congrats on you for having the foresight to think, hey, I can make something fun and educational, and that's how the kids eat that shit up. I eat that shit up. That's how I learned.
And they did. My sons had invited me to their high school, and I went twice.
Yeah.
I was invited back twice. And then I got to go to the HBCU in my city because I was invited.
What?
Yep. So I have HBCU students playing a game. And some, of course, you know, they're young. They didn't know about it. But that even had them go and want to watch the show.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of trivia from the show in the game. And they're like,
oh my goodness. We're going to be talking about this all for the rest of the pod. I need to, hold on, let me gather myself. It's like I'm talking to like somebody with knowledge that I've been always wanting to. So I'm just picking names like, what about this? All right, my next question though.
Yes.
So you got the first game out the way. And I know you said you've been thinking about others. Do you have a plan to move towards another game? And all right, we'll talk on it. Speak on it. What's if you can. I don't want you to give away any spoilers.
Oh, no. But I will say this. So after I made, hold on, I gotta grab it. After I made Hillman the game, I noticed that in my culture, because I knew I wanted to make tabletop games, and the reason why I called my game In All Seriousness is because I knew I didn't just want to make one game. I wanted to make different series, and because I was inspired by sitcoms. Sitcoms have series, so I was like, okay. And it was a play on the word seriousness, which we say a lot. In all seriousness,
okay.
So I was like, if you say it real fast, it sounds like, and I'm serious. In all seriousness, I really make games. Like a black woman really does make games for real. So
I love it.
But after Hillman the game, actually my second game that I was working on, I just launched.
Okay.
And so while I was working on Hillman, I was also watching a lot of Living Single. So I ended up making Flavor.
Oh, yes. Yep.
So I made Flavor the game. It's an actual game.
Crazy.
It is a good black time, I'm telling you.
Yes.
But I didn't announce Flavor before my other project, which is not a game, but it's a game companion.
Okay.
And I realized with my own family members and friends and stuff like that there were a lot of black people afraid to play spades because they didn't want to get yelled at.
Not afraid. I just haven't learned.
Right. But some people, for whatever reason, they haven't learned, or no one has taught them, or they're embarrassed, or people don't know how to teach, or they don't have patience, or, it's really, really intense. And spades is a fun game, but everyone doesn't know how to be introduced or introduce someone to it. So I made what's called the Spades Coach, and it is a game companion designed to teach black people how to play spades from a hostile-free environment. I designed cards especially to go with like an old school feel, like so. It looks like this is let me show you a better one, because I have two versions. That version is the cookout version, which is like the light version. And this one is the kickback. So you see the notebook. Like the coach. And I make spades related merch also, and I call that line Cut the Deck. So I have t-shirts that say win or lose, I'ma talk shit. Let's see. What's the other one? Hello, my name is I'm a recovering table flipper.
Okay.
And my favorite, what you really want from niggas. Now that's fun. That's a good one.
Yo.
That's a fun
Oh my God. And these shirts are on your site?
So I gotta tell you, and they're on my website. They're available right now. But with the Spades Coach, what I wanted to do was, again, I wanted to give it like that, that throwback composition notebook type feel.
Yes,
stuff.
I'm feeling it. That's exactly what I saw. I was like, damn.
Yep, that's what I did, and I had the front of it looking like a little notebook or whatever.
Those are sick.
I designed everything myself. And what I also did with the Spades Coach is I created not just the cards, but it comes with a booklet. The booklet explains how spades got popular within the black culture. And it also goes down the rules, breaks down how to set up your cards. And it comes with a QR code that goes to an actual tutorial video that has examples. And so you can actually have homework. And because I was like, sometimes it gets a little tricky when you're at the table and you don't want to, have the wrong info or like ask questions. Sometimes you just don't want to ask people questions,
I feel you.
It's just like your own little secret. But I made, to go with the Spades Coach, a board. Because how come nobody made a cardboard? So
right? I love this.
So you can get the cards on their own, or you can get the cards with the board, and that's a set.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do something. I want to do something good for us. And I know how fun cards and games and just being around and like laughing. Like, I have so many stories within my family where I could be like, yo, remember that time such and such flew over the table trying to play spoons? Remember that time that y'all ran a whole Boston on the table and Uncle such and such was mad about it and fell asleep in the chair still mumbling about renegades. That's why you can't trust renegades. Like people have stories. You know what I mean? And I just know that I wanted to be able to contribute something to that, or at least make something that maybe no one else thought about. Most of the time when I'm making a game, I'm like, I want to see that. I want to play that.
Yeah, 100%.
And then I'm like, oh, this would be cool for everybody else. Hey, y'all. My bad. I could have kept it for myself, but hey, y'all want to.
So from ideation to final product, what would you say your turnaround is? Like,
it can take years. It has taken me years to develop games.
Gotcha.
And I say, at first when I was making games, I was a little upset about it and pretty intimidated by the turnarounds of other people and their projects. And then one day I just said to myself, if you want something done fast, go to somebody else. And if you want it done right, come to me.
Yes.
I'm going to take my time on it.
Exactly.
And thankfully, people have been really patient, because it is not easy making a game. It is not just, ooh, do it, and then it's here next week, and then you could just sell it wherever for $25. Incorrect. That shit is expensive. Making games is not easy. It ain't for the faint of heart, and that's also why I decided to do something with my business called the GPS, which stands for my Game Plan Studio, where I help other Black creators make their own games, whether they want it to be just a passion project, something customizable for themselves for a special event, or if they want to take it to market. Because I've learned a lot and I'm still learning more, but I'm definitely down to help. Or if someone wants a game made and they don't know how to do it, they can hire me to do
it. That is dope. I love this.
And I started making YouTube games too. So that's the other new
thing. I saw that in the description. What the fuck is that?
So what the fuck that is, you know how you see those YouTube videos and they have guessing games and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Like I make those, but I make it relative to Black culture.
What?
So I have games out right now. The series is called Get to Guessing, and I have categories like Get to Guessing Soul Food, Get to Guessing Black sitcoms, Get to Guessing zodiac signs of Black sinners. Get to Guessing Black superheroes. I launched that one a couple months ago.
I need to see that because I'm lacking on that.
What? See, and you learn something, and you can learn something. I made so far I have 20 of them. The most recent one I dropped is Get to Guessing HBCU mascots, and I made it and it's also in a playlist on my YouTube channel. And you can pretty much play it in the background. I had families for the holidays let me know that they had it playing. And people in the family, they would walk past the TV and they'd be like, hey, I know what, and they would sit down and play. It's nice, casual, something good to have in the background. I have it on in the background when I have game nights and when I host them in my city, or if I have them at home and stuff like that. So I just wanted to make something good. And it's also a cool element to my games that my oldest son produced all the music. So I get to bring him in too. And
not only are you making content for us, but getting other people involved and using their talents as well.
Yep. And I also make Get to Guessing game. I've just now opened up Get to Guessing games for podcasters. So if you want to play a game exclusively for your community, your listeners or viewers or whatnot.
Okay, yo, you are branching out in ways that I didn't even I had no idea. Because I saw a YouTube game, I was like, clearly I read that wrong. That didn't say YouTube.
Nope, you read it right.
That is
you read it right.
Oh my goodness! All right, so I'm at a loss for words. I usually I'm like on top of my shit, but you have blown me away with all of this. I'm gonna just go to my list of things. What's the current mindset? We kind of talked about that.
Awesome. They keep us on track because I will squirrel out on you
right
quickly.
So your current mindset in regards to everything that you're doing right now, how you feeling, and where do you see yourself in like 3 to 6 months?
So my current mindset has been confirmed and affirmed over the past year and a half, and that is that everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. I have this thing that I call the yacht party, and the yacht party signifies when I get to a certain, level of not necessarily success, but the yacht party is really just to when I get to a certain level of wealth along with alignment and success and other things that I have grown to build up.
Yes.
And there's going to be some people that don't get the invite at all. There's going to be some people that pull up to the yacht party and they're going to have to be told you're not on the list. There's going to be some people that's going to have to get left. There might be someone that I might give a little grace period of 5 minutes to, but everybody can't go. The yacht's only so big.
Yeah.
And everybody shouldn't go because I realized that I was prone to, even most recently, I was prone to taking people on trips that they were never packed for. So as hard as it is, everybody can't go. And everybody isn't supposed to go. That's another.
Exactly. That is a lesson that it doesn't take time to learn it, but when you learn it, it's always a good time because at that point you're like, all right, I don't have to take that extra baggage that might be causing me pain and strife. Nah, you can't come on this trip. I like that analogy. That's dope.
Yep.
That reminds me, I've been not struggling. I came to the realization as I grow as a person, as my values change, as I start seeing the world differently, that means I'm also noticing the behaviors of my friends that might be I don't want to say they're doing things wrong, but they're living in a way that I have realized, that ain't work for me. And yeah, you got to start letting those connections go. And I like that you give them 5 minutes, be like, listen, we can talk for 5 minutes, but this is the rules to get on the boat. If you can't abide by those, you can't go.
Everybody can't go. Can't go. Some people will get on your boat just to get drunk and throw up.
Yes.
You should have never been on the boat. You knew you were seasick. You just wanted to be in the picture. Get a green screen, motherfucker. What are we talking about? You can't go. And sometimes you have to have somebody tell that to you because you're like, no, but they could go. No, they can't. They get too fucked up. They can't go. Okay? No.
Oh, shit. Okay. Damn. Oh, man, that is funny. No, 100%. I was just thinking of 2 people that need to hear that. Like,
and everybody, it can't go. And we want them to so bad sometimes. We're
exactly.
like, oh, but if you could just not throw up, why you gotta throw up all the time?
He's like, oh, it's been a week. He hasn't thrown up. Oh, nope. There you go, throwing up again. Go. Damn, you gotta go.
Well, stop. What are you eating? Something that makes you throw up? Well, why?
Yes, 100%. 100%. Oh, you have no idea. I can't. I'm gonna hit up Boss later. I'm like, yo, go listen to section 5 through 6 and tell me who is she talking about.
No.
He'd be like, motherfucker. All right. Back on.
What was the other part of that question? You said my
so 3 to 6 months.
Okay. In 3 to 6 months, I will be hitting my 6th year of dancing every day.
Yes.
I am looking forward to hosting more game nights, having more interviews where I speak to other Black creators, artists, and entrepreneurs, sharing what I do, helping other people make more games. I plan on making more appearances. I started going out to more open mics, so I'm getting back on stage.
Yeah.
But I'm really, really excited about this June because I feel like I might be able to pull off a flash mob this year. When I had my first dance anniversary, I call it.
Yeah.
It was during the pandemic, and I wanted to do a flash mob, but I couldn't. So I was like, yeah, that's the end of that. And over the years, I ended up just celebrating my dance anniversaries on Twitch and stuff like that. But this year, I think I could pull off a flash mob.
Okay,
I'm trying to figure out a way. I think I want to try to pull off maybe. I might have 2. I'm thinking about maybe a virtual and an in person. Yeah, I think I could pull off a flash mob because I love dancing.
I was about to say I don't want to be in the flash mob. I just want one to happen around me when I'm in public and be like, oh shit.
I'm okay with that.
Blow me away. Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Because we need people on the sidelines, okay? We need to get the good reactions.
Yeah, that would be me.
And if it's planned well, which I feel like I could do, that's something that that's a morale booster.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
You see 100%. A whole bunch of people coming together off of and just doing something cool. And I don't want to do nothing too long. Like I'm not trying to be like the Rockettes and do a whole 15-minute set. I'm trying to get a cool 2-3 minutes and be up out of there.
Yeah. And then out. Yeah. Vanish. I feel like this is a perfect segue for me, at least, to jump into lessons learned because, like I said, you've touched a lot of things in the content creation space, and I'm super interested to know what lesson have you learned that you take with you into your just everyday life.
Well, I definitely learned everybody can't go. That's
true.
That has been the one that's like, but also, I have a lesson that I've learned and I'm taking with me forward is the importance of healing out loud, because I've been sharing my journey after finding out that I've been diagnosed with major depressive disorder. And I've had some attempts to not be here, and I'm still here. So I tried to leave in silence. I didn't say anything to anybody, just to, handle it my own. And I found that there's sometimes in the Black community, we pride ourselves on not needing nobody. I don't need nobody to help me do that. I don't need to talk to anybody. I could do it on my own. Me. And that's not healthy in a lot of cases. And we don't talk about it much because as soon as we seem like we need someone, we either feel weak or told that we're weak, or we open ourselves up to be taken advantage by someone that knows that all we want is companionship and to do this with someone, which can leave us jaded going forward. Like, dang, they got me again. But having had my heart shattered a year and a half ago, I am taking with me, they don't get to steal the love I have. I can still love forward. My situation and what I've come through and what happened to me doesn't get to tell me that I can't love somebody else or me. And show that so that maybe I can see myself love me one more day. I can show somebody else that's another thing with my dancing. I made the commitment to start dancing after I had a mental breakdown. I had an attempt. I went to go get help. And I said that going to therapy is cool, but what happens when therapist not there and I have them thoughts again? What can I do? And I miss dancing. I used to love dancing. And I also had some negative motivators that, that had me dance like, okay, well, maybe if I dance, I might lose weight and then I'll, he'll be attracted to me more or whatever. But after a while, it was just, no, I just want to live. I just want to see if I could come back tomorrow. And I went and turned the camera on because I felt like on day 4, I was going to quit. And I said, well, I got to do something. So if I turn the camera on and people see me and I do it enough days and they'll be like, hey, where'd you go? Someone might look for me. And in reality, I was looking for me. So I said, put that camera back on, show up again, try it again. And I've danced through everything. There's times you can see on my videos, you can listen to the song I'm dancing to and know, okay, today's a rough day. I've cried through dancing. Sometimes I've just sat and stretched if I can't really move, but I turn that camera on and I do something.
That is awesome.
So I take that with me. Do one thing every day that makes you happy.
One thing every day that makes you happy? I love it. And I'm glad you brought it up. I was gonna ask you what sparked the streak of the dances, and you nailed it.
Yep, that's what did it.
Everything is happening according to plan. There was one other thing. Oh, this is just for my own benefit. Knees up. Do you have merch?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I do have Knees Up merch. And I actually have a course on my website too for anyone that wants to start their journey. And I have all my videos. I have I have 2,080 videos. Ooh. And I took my first 14 because I know I'm here now, but I wanted to show people where I started. So if they're starting, they feel like, okay, she actually did it and I'm at her starting point. And I have it comes with daily affirmations, song list of the songs that I dance to along with the BPM. So even if you don't like the song, you can find a song that you do like with the BPM and still dance with me.
Smart.
I have a Discord where we come together. I try to have some dance events where if we just need to like free ourselves up.
Yeah.
What else do I have on there? I do have merch. I have dance wear. Okay. And I am making music. Look out for Young Wi-Fi.
What?
I know. My rap name is Young Wi-Fi. You want to know
Young
why?
Wi-Fi?
Young
Why?
Wi-Fi.
Give it to me.
Because everybody want to connect to me.
Get the... You got bars too? All right, you make board games. You got a goddamn podcast. You dance. You stream.
I have bars for real. Yeah. I silenced myself for a while. I kept it quiet, but because honestly, at the time where I was quiet, I was lifting somebody else up.
Okay.
And I just pushed me down.
You. And that shit's over with now.
Yeah.
You stepping into you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. All right, we're moving right along. Words of advice. I feel like this is going to be juicy, but if you can give a piece of advice to anybody, and we'll keep it in regards to making either content or board games or all the amazing things that you do, who would you give a piece of advice to, and what would you say to that person?
When it comes to content creating, turn the camera on. Press the fucking button. Press the button. Don't wait for shit to be perfect. Don't wait for shit to be cute. Be yourself. Press the button. Press the button. Make your audience your target. Your first target audience should be yourself. And your vibe will attract your tribe.
I told you it was going to be good. Like, you just fucking embodied that. Like, what? It takes a while for people to realize, if you look at all of these, I'm not even saying super successful. I'm just saying successful. Like, they can pay their bills, which doesn't take much. Mm-hmm. They're themselves. They're not trying to be anybody else. They are themselves. And I feel like once you're comfortable with being yourself, all of this gets more fun. Like, creating content, like talking to people, networking. It's just more fun when you're you.
For sure. Yeah, you'll definitely find your people if you are yourself there. If you pretend to be somebody else, you're going to meet people that don't know you, or you're going to meet other pretenders. And I did that too. Like, I tried to be other people before, but that shit don't go with none of my outfits. Like, being somebody else, I don't have nothing to match that shit. And I was like, damn, I can't wear nothing outside. I'm just going to be stuck here. Like, I got to be something else. I'm going to have to be me because I got shit to match me. Okay, I'm already dressed. Let's go. Where we going? You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
Like,
I love it. Oh, yes.
I had to think about things like that because I know in so many people's lives, I can speak only for my life, but hearing the experiences of others. But for my life, I worked real hard to be miserable. I worked real hard to be quiet, real hard. So I look at it like, how much work can I put in to be better? How much work can I put in to be happy? That's another thing I keep with me with Knees Up, and even with content creation, because I've met a lot of great people just on Twitch alone. I've met a lot of people that have been like staples and pillars and really foundational in real life. And they've allowed me to be that for them in their real lives. So you're going to always find, there's some snakes in the grass. Yeah. But when you're yourself and you're around more people that will let you be you and help you celebrate you, because we don't always do that. We're our own worst critics. So to have other people around you in a cheer squad, and you can reciprocate that, you can really be a part of something good. Care Bear Stare, motherfucker, crime fighters. Let's go. Let's go. I am your friendly neighborhood unicorn for a reason.
Oh, full circle. We brought it back.
And my channel, when you come to my channel, it's called the Enchanted Block Party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enchanted Block Party.
Yeah.
All right. We're done here.
I do what I can. I'm a giver.
You bodied this episode. I have been like giggling like a little punk this whole time.
I've been having so much fun, and I love your streams. Yo, you be cracking me up.
Hey,
sometimes I'll just be lurking. I'm like, oh, what?
That's me showing up authentically. My content is to make people happy, like not distract from what's happening in the world, but don't dwell on that shit. Like, I personally feel what we put our attention to, what we think about, what we obsess over is going to show up in reality. Yeah. And if I can inject some happiness, some laughs, some smiles in there, I did my job.
Exactly. And why not? Like,
exactly.
I come from a place where energy is flying all through the city. Brooklyn, don't stop. New York, don't stop. You got energies running up under you on the subway. You got energies above you on the with the skyscrapers and apartments and all the other stuff. You got people rushing in and out. The streets is crowded. The taxis don't give a fuck about your life. Like, all of that shit. You have to really find a way to, like, not only like protect your peace, because that's only one part of the puzzle, but how do you emit something else among all of that? That's how I knew I was different. I used to have people look at me like, why you smile so much? Because I'm alive today. I don't know. It's Tuesday. I don't know. I just felt like smiling. Why are we like, bitch, I'm 6. The fuck? Like,
why is that weird?
Get off me.
Right?
But that's how I choose to be. I want to be the change I want to see. So it starts here.
I say this again. I feel like I'm good at picking my guests, because what you're saying is again aligning with a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about over the past, and especially you touched on it, therapy. Like talking about her feelings. I have a video coming out soon, hopefully in the next week, that addresses that specifically for us Black people,
Mhm.
I know the stigma that would come up with like therapy and oh, you're weak and blah blah. I'm like, no,
Yep.
we got to erase that shit, like
Facts,
because we
'cause we're
are
losing
hurting
us.
ourselves because of it. Exactly. So I'm glad there's other people out there that think the same, and we
Yep.
know each other. And spoiler alert, I'm gonna tell y'all now, I'm gonna be on your podcast Friday.
I was gonna say it first. I was like, is he gonna say it?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say that shit. So if you listen to this, is it gonna be on ISS Games or is it gonna be on the
IASgames.com on Twitch? Yep.
Okay, check it out. I'll have links in the description, and of course, I'll be blasting y'all with all that information. But I'm even more excited to do that now after having this awesome
Oh,
ass
you're gonna have a
conversation.
blast. I
I can't
promise.
wait. You had games and shit and questions
I
from
do.
the. I'm like, what? All right. I'm gonna switch. Next section: call to action. Queen, tell the people where they can find your content, and if you're doing anything within the next week or so, and you want them to check it out, you can do whatever you want. The floor is yours.
Awesome. Well, yes, you can find me on pretty much every social media platform at Queen It Shall Be, as well as IAS Games on Instagram, Facebook, X/Twitter, TikTok as well. You can find me there, and IASgames.com. Spell it all out on Twitch. As Crip said, he is going to be one of my next guests on the podcast. I'm super excited. You can visit my website, www.iasgames.com, to find out more about what I do, purchase my games, merch, check out some of my YouTube games as well. Reach out if you're interested in creating games through my GPS program. What else am I doing? You can find me every day. I can't tell you what time because I don't know what time I dance. I just feel like dancing and I get to dancing. But on my Instagram, Queen It Shall Be, I dance daily there. What else is going on? Let's see, got interviews. I'm back to roller skating. That has nothing to do with social media, but I just wanted to let y'all know.
Yeah, you just bragging at this point.
I mean, listen, hey, I fell, but I got back up.
Yeah. Oh,
I got back up.
Hey, that's all it takes.
In my 40s, I got back up.
If you can give it, you know what? I just went, not just 6 months ago, I went with my daughters. We went to a skating rink, and like my oldest daughter, because she's too cool, she's like, I don't want to skate. And my youngest was like, I want to skate. I'm like, I haven't skated in 15 years. Fuck it, let's go. And I did it. And I was like, oh, I was done, but it was fun.
Yeah, I went and it was so cool. I finally went to my first adult skate and I was really, really nervous, but it was so dope. I learned how to skate backwards a little bit. Learned how to do a little two-step by this lady that was standing on the side that was super duper nice. It was the best. Yeah. It was dope.
That's awesome.
It was dope. Trying to think if there's anything else I got going on upcoming. Yeah, no, that's about it. That's about
awesome. Well, all of your links and everything will be in the description of this podcast. And as always, if you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, Uploading Unfiltered, what the fuck are you waiting for? We do this every week. This will be episode 86. I haven't missed a week yet because, again, I like streaks and I don't see any signs to stop. So
I do remember one thing. I also have a Patreon. And my Patreon is where I'm actually healing out loud, as well as going through my shadow work journal with anyone else that wants to do shadow work or get interested about shadow work. And speaking with therapists also, because I do have therapists on hand that are in the community and sharing wisdom and support.
Hell yeah. And is the Patreon
ISS?
Oh, Queen It Shall Be. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. That's dope. I've been wanting to do a Patreon for a while, but when it comes to my self-imposed restriction is like the back end, like having that content there for people to like feel like they're getting something out of it. We're working on it, but I got some ideas.
You got it. You get
it. True. Well, Queen, thank you so much for doing this episode. I'm ecstatic, and I don't say this often, but I truly appreciate not only the work that you're doing, but speaking up on the things that you've gone through and showing the other side of it. Like you're doing your thing. You're doing a lot of things that a lot of people would dream of, and you're doing it. You look like you're having fun. So I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it too. I had a great time. Great time.
Yeah. That's what I like to hear. As always, y'all know what to do. Protect your mental, keep creating content, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.